Welcome back everybody, David here, 39-minute workout with David. Again, this is part 2 of your how to build stronger, firmer abs using kettlebells and other drills. So like I said in part 1, if you missed that, I have broken my system down into the top 10 ab drills that we've found both the easiest to teach people to do correctly and the most effective. So today you're going to learn the next group of 5, and today we're going to focus a little more on oblique work, meaning the side of your abs. You want to get that nice cut down the side of your abs. That's your obliques, has to come into play there. Obliques have to do with carrying on one side of your body, and then we're also going to work some rotational core strength today. So there will be a little bit of straight abdominal work, and then a couple of moves on diagonal and the oblique work. So let's get to the drills. I'm going to do one standing drill, which I have deemed the teapot, and then we're going to be doing 4 on the ground. If you missed it too, in this week's, yesterday I put up a great workout for you to try that incorporated some of the 10 moves I'm teaching you this week, plus some other kettlebell moves that target the core but aren't necessarily strict ab moves. So you can try that out yesterday, that I posted yesterday too. So let's talk about the first one. I call it the teapot. I'm sure it has another name in the real world, but this is what I call it. You gotta hold a heavy kettlebell on this, okay? If you don't own anything 35 pounds or more, then by all means grab 2 bells, hold them together. The way you do that is push your hand through to the second bell, let them sync up together, and then you grab both bells like that, okay? So if you have like 2 15s or 2 18s or 20s, that would be an effective way to grab 2 bells and make it heavier. Because what we're gonna do here is you're gonna stand real tall, you're gonna put your feet really close together, okay? You're gonna hold the bell, let's say in my right arm, and just like a teapot, I'm gonna have you hold, just sort of put your thumb up by your shoulder, that's why you call it a teapot, and you're gonna lower this shoulder and you're gonna pull with this side of the oblique, okay? So up close again, we're working, if I'm holding it in this hand, I'm working this side of the oblique. So I'm going to lower the bell side and then I'm gonna pull with the other side. To do this one correctly, a lot of things are done wrong when I train clients, so we've got to make sure this is done correctly. Your feet are close, so you're not dragging up and down your leg, that's annoying. You also never break the knees. The knees don't bend, okay? So sometimes I see people sort of bending with their knees. Your knees don't have anything to do with this motion. The other issue I see is they'll sort of go good on the way down and then they'll stop at parallel with their shoulders, right? Well, we need to tilt this way, and then we need to tilt all the way past that way. We don't exaggerate the movement, it's only in our trunk, but we need it to go down to here, up to here. So you grab your heavy bell of hopefully 35 pounds or more, get your feet together, put your hand here just so you don't help out and do a fake motion, all right? And I'm gonna lower this shoulder, and then I'm gonna lower my other shoulder. Lower this one, lower that one, lower this one. Okay? And you just try to keep your torso very aligned straight up and down so that I'm not getting any tilting on this plane. I'm only, like if I was against a wall, I would literally be in complete contact with my back, my head, my butt, everything would be in contact with that wall as I do that motion, okay? So practice that one, that's called the teapot. Now I prefer the side plank. My clients are sort of split 50-50. I actually think the side plank works better. To me, when I do the side plank a couple days a week, I get that nice, I got the abs and I get that nice cut from the oblique. So I prefer this move. Some people find this one awkward, so they pick the other one. All right, lay these guys down for you. You're gonna be on your side. You're gonna be on the side of your heel, you're gonna be on your elbow. You're gonna be on the side of your heel, you're gonna be on your elbow. Put a yoga mat under if it's uncomfortable. I cup my hand on my belly, and I'm going to be in a nice straight line when I start this, and I'm just going to raise my hips up, touch the floor with my hip, raise my hips up. So again, I'm squeezing with this inside oblique, so I'm going to lower and contract hard with that oblique. Now this won't feel hard until you start getting up to probably 10 to 15 reps, at least for most of you. But if you do this right, you'll feel nice and sore on the side, you'll know you worked it, and you will find firming, tightening of the obliques. For me, the sort of aesthetic benefit of good abs will come through when you work your abdominals and your obliques together. So that's why we want to train both of them. Not to mention the sort of functional side of just having a stronger core, okay? So the next one, hot in our workout yesterday, and it's a great one for you to use because it's going to work rotational core strength, okay? So we're going to sit on our butt. You're going to need probably a press weight, so something you could comfortably press up overhead is reasonable to start with. Some of you who are stronger could probably go heavier. What you're going to do, the beginner version of this is your heels are down and you're going to sit. You're going to sit back far enough so that there, my abs just engage. To hold myself up, my abs are engaged. That's where I want to be. So this is easy. I'm going to sit back, back, back. Now, right there, my abs just tightened. That's where you want to sit. Now, I want most of you to work up to heels off the floor and you're holding this position, okay? Make sure we're not slumping. Nice tall posture, abs engage. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to hold a kettlebell like water. It's the only time we ever hold a bell like this. You're going to hold it like water in your palms. Now, what people do wrong in the gym all the time with this drill is they use their arms. I see this all the time. They take their arms and they take their hands and they turn and they touch the floor. That's nothing more than a crappy arm drill, okay? That is a junky, useless arm drill. That motion is, I don't know what it's strengthening, your biceps and your deltoids maybe, but not useful. What we want to do is rotate the trunk. So you're going to turn your shoulders, you're going to turn your shoulders. That's the motion we want. So you're going to plant this belt right over your belly button, you're going to get your knees up hopefully, and you're going to turn your shoulders, and now turn your shoulders. This bell will basically stay in front of your belly button through the whole motion. And I said belly button, not chest, because you'll notice when it's up in your chest, it's not going to feel the same. When you get it sunk right over top the lower abdomen, that's when you're really going to feel it target your abs, okay? So knees up, sit back till it's engaged. I'm holding the belt well, and I'm going to turn, 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 okay? Now you'll notice I bicycle. It feels natural for me to sort of strike my elbow to my opposite thigh. So I'll bicycle through the motion. You don't have to do that. You can lock your feet together. You can hold them out straight. I just find I can get a good strong rotation when I sort of pump the legs, and it should feel which one feels natural to pump towards. Don't be discouraged if you can't sit back. If you're a beginner, you're out of shape, you haven't been training in a while, there's no crime in keeping the heels down, sitting back to engage and turning. But let's hit all the other basics of the move so that we are getting an effective move done. All right? So that's teapot, side plank, and hot potato. Now we're going to work on two more ab drills that I would call a little bit on the easier side than the ones we did last time, like the Bosu crunch is the most effective. I like this, the flutter kick and the hollow hold, for longer timed sets where endurance is coming into play. So what we're going to work on, they both are going to look the same in how you set up for them, but the flutter kick, your legs are going to flutter. They're going to kick, okay? So I'm going to be on my back, kick, okay? So I'm going to be on my back. I'm going to, in the flutter kick, I'm going to raise my legs just about a foot off the ground. You can do whatever you want with your arms. You can hold them up like we will next in the hollow hold. You can hold them on your belly. You can hold them on the floor. The point is, you're going to take your head, you're going to crunch to engage your abs, meaning my neck is held up off the ground by my abs. And now when you pick up your legs, you should feel the abs fully engage. And we're going to scissor, okay? Now, I don't love this for sort of the great looking abs because you can't get enough weight on it, which is why we focus mostly in terms of building strong core on Bosu crunch, but we also need some diversity in our drills, and I like this one. I think a lot of people enjoy this move, and it's a good way to mix it up and give you some other alternatives. So the flutter kick, fairly easy to do. Now the one trouble shot is for some people, when their legs are out like this, they're gonna notice your back, your low back is uncomfortable, and the way 90% of the time that fixes it is they sit with their palms right under the small of their back, and they kick. The only thing you can really do wrong in this move is be way up here. That's just a cakewalk, right? Or laying flat on the ground so your abs are engaged. If you crunch your abs and keep them low to the ground, you're gonna get a nice challenge in the core. Okay, it's essentially gonna be like a plank on your back. And now we're gonna do the one that I prefer, the flutter kick, and that is the hollow hold. Everybody's got their differences, and that's the cool thing, and part of the reason why I give you 10 to choose from is sometimes when you follow my workouts, we're gonna focus on, I'm gonna tell you specifically what I want you to do. Like today we're doing BOSU crunch and side plank. Sometimes I'm gonna go, here's a set, and here pick an ab, right? Maybe we'll do a deck of card workout now. I'll pick an ab, right? You get to pick which one you like. So you could go, well, I love flutter kick, I'm gonna throw it in there, okay? So that's why I give you options. All right, last one, hollow hold. Legs are gonna go just up off the ground. Arms are gonna go up over your head in a Y. Again, to make this useful, we're gonna crunch with our belly. So I'm now engaging by dragging my chest off the ground. I'm gonna raise my legs and I'm just gonna do a static hold. Now I want you really, your abs connect from your pubic bone right here under your belt to your sternum. I want you to crunch, like essentially you're trying to cup your spine, like, right? Cup your spine a little bit. So when you're on the ground, I want you to engage and crunch like that with your abs, right? So to hold that position, arms up, legs up, and crunch. And so I have as little of my back as possible touching that floor. That's the goal for you in the hollow hold. Hollow holds are really only useful for timed sets, so timed at least 20 seconds up to about 30. Beyond that, it gets pretty unpleasant, especially when you mix it in with good swings and cardio and squats. You're gonna find it hard when you're sucking wind from that and you're holding. It's a good one, okay? So that's your next 5 ab and core drills. Put them to practice, make use of them, and then when you do my workouts, remember to subscribe to my page, 39-minute workout with David. When you do my workouts, you can already have these practice, so you go, well, I love the teapot and the flutter kick, or I love the hollow hold and the side plank. Great, you know what they mean, you know how to use them, make good use of them. Let me know how that went for you guys. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, tell me how you used it in a workout. Love to hear feedback from everybody. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time.